For the last 2 years, I'm making content, and almost every single time, very, very frequently, I get this question from a lot of subscribers and viewers. Dada, suggest some perfumes that you feel are super versatile, value for money, and can be used across any given setup. Or the question comes as, I'm starting out on my perfume journey, where should I start? And that, every single time I have always come up with one answer so far. That one particular perfume. I have included that in this list as well. But then I thought that there are others that I can include too and create a series out of it, where I can suggest some perfumes which can be a good starting point or an entry point into the perfume journey. Or if you want to add a super versatile value for money perfume in your collection, say at a specific particular budget, which perfume is it going to be? So I have included 5 over here today, which I feel are super versatile value for money option to start your perfume collection journey or to just add it in your perfume collection. So without wasting any more time, I'll get started with my first recommendation, which is going to be this one. This is the Man Company Black. And I'm amazed to see why there is not such amount of coverage for this particular perfume, even though the perfume is really good, super versatile, and very inexpensive. Say, 250 rupees for a 50 ml and 500 rupees for a 100 ml. At this particular price point, you're just starting off. For just 250 rupees, you're gonna start feeling fresh. You're gonna start smelling good. This kind of captures the DNA of Green Irish Tweed from Creed, a perfume which is 25,000 and above. Can you imagine? Although this is not a direct clone, this is kind of an hybrid because it has got some other nuances as well. But the smell profile is very identical to Green Irish Tweed, and at 250 rupees for a 50 ml, right? If in case you don't know the smell of Green Irish Tweed, that's basically a green or a herbal take on Davidoff Cool Water. Now, you can ask me, what is the smell of Davidoff Cool Water? So Davidoff Cool Water smells like a freshly laundried cloth. When you clean your clothes on a detergent, dry it, the fresh aroma that you get out of the clothes, that's Davidoff Cool Water in a way. Add a bit of green herbal touch on top of it, you get Green Irish Tweed. That's kind of here with around 60 to 70% similarities, but then the opening is a bit different. It starts with a spicy opening. You will understand that there are some spices, but then it slowly settles down into the DNA of Davidoff Cool Water or Green Irish Tweed in my opinion. And at this particular price range, I cannot just complain because the perfume does not feel that synthetic. It is synthetic, but it will not give you that cheap smelling perfume like feel. It is very well blended, and although there is some amount of alcoholic blast which is evident from any perfume that you buy across this particular price point, but it's not something to put you off or you will be like, no, it's a really good perfume. And the DNA is so versatile, it can be used across multiple setups. Gym, school, college, office, you name it, you can just use it. The performance and projection on this perfume is really good for the price that it comes at. For 250 rupees, you're getting a perfume which will project for like 30 to 40 minutes and good projection. It's not like it's not going to project like very close to your skin. It's going to project really well for the first 30 to 40 minutes and then it will settle down and come close to your clothes, which is very evident. The overall longevity that I've received with this perfume is around 3 to 4 hours, after which I feel that you need to top it off for people to notice the perfume. If in case you're not topping it off, still the perfume really sits close to your clothes and kind of lingers on over there, and it will stretch for another 1 hour, say 5 hours. After that it kind of fades away. And if you're starting out on your journey or you're a student and you don't know where to start and you only have like 250 to 500 rupees in your pocket to spend on a perfume, start here and you will never go wrong. That's Man Company Black. Now let's move on to the next category or the next segment, where I would say at around the budget of 800 to 900 rupees, which perfume should you purchase as your daily driver or versatile perfume that works across multiple setups? I would say get the Blue from Menworks. At around 800 to 900 rupees for a 50 ml, you cannot go wrong with this one as well. This has got the DNA of YSL, a perfume that sells for around 8 to 9,000 rupees for a 100 ml, and you're getting this one at around 800 to 900 rupees for a 50 ml. So the value proposition over here is very high, and the blend quality, my God, really good. Very minimal amount of alcoholic blast, and the DNA kind of incorporates 80% of the DNA of YSL. Can you imagine? 1/10 of the price and you're getting around 80% of that smell. And the perfume starts very fresh with a note of green apple, some citruses, some florals, as well as ginger. and the perfume feels very, very, very uplifting. This is super versatile, value for money at the price of 800 to 900. And my god, what a perfume. This particular DNA, the DNA of YSLY, was a daily driver for me for a long duration of time. I wish at that point in time Menworks released this perfume, the blue. I didn't have it, so I was using some other perfumes in that particular DNA, although I don't have any complaints with them as well. But the blue from Menworks, from the time this has released, has become one of my favorite when it comes to the DNA of YSLY. So if in case you're starting out on your perfume journey, you have like 800 to 900 rupees, you're confused where to start, or you just want to add a daily driver at that particular price point, 800 to 900, start here. You'll never go wrong. And the performance on this one is also good. Around an hour of projection, around 6 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. Sometimes it will stretch to on 6.5 hours as well, to 7 hours as well. But the last 2 hours are going to be very close on your clothes. For the first 3 to 4 hours, this is going to be noticeable. People will smell the perfume from you, and an hour long of decent projection from Menworks Blue. So a really good, versatile, value for money option at around 800 to 900 rupees for a 50 ml. Now, the next perfume that I'm going to discuss over here is this one. This is Broca Theoreme. And if you have a budget of around 1700 with you and you want to smell like Bulgari Tiger, which is again a 35,000 rupees perfume, you get the Theoreme. And this is that particular perfume which I have been suggesting, like the entry point into the perfume journey. Whenever anybody has asked me, Dada, which perfume should I start my journey at? I've always said Broca Theoreme. And this is one of those particular DNA that I actually adore like crazy. I love the DNA because it's simple, but it works. It feels premium, like it has got some spices at the top. It's basically bergamot, grapefruit, ginger and ambroxan. It's a very simple combination, but it just works. And it's around 80 to 90% similar to the DNA of Bulgari Tiger. And you don't need to spend 35,000 to smell like Bulgari Tiger. 1700 will just do the job for you. And the perfume, I love the DNA, man. Somebody has said that this kind of smells like pan. I mean, pan pata, pan masala, whatever. I don't feel that way, man. I feel that this perfume smells way, way, way more exotic and exquisite. But up to you, man. Those who have complained have said this, not the ones who have loved it. Around 80% of my recommendation for this particular perfume loved the DNA, came back and reported that they fell in love with this particular DNA. But there are then those 20%, which every perfume will have an audience which they don't like the perfume. So this kind of has the same. But at the 80% strike rate, I would say, this is a really good daily driver option for me. And the perfume again works across multiple setups, school, college, office, dates. It just works. It makes you feel fresh, uplifted and refreshed. Okay, that's Broca Theoreme, a very good clone of Bulgari Tiger. And I don't know, did I mention the performance of this particular perfume? If in case I didn't, let me just do it again, okay? 1 hour of decent projection, around 6 to 7 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. You cannot go wrong with this one, man. The next one comes at the price point of 2000 rupees. And at this particular price point, this was that one particular perfume that just swooped me away from my love with Bulgari Tiger DNA, like Theoreme. After I bought this became the number one recommendation the moment I got my hands on, and that kind of replaced Bulgari Tiger for me. That's Lowe's Immortal. A perfume which smells very identical to the DNA of Louis Vuitton's L'Immensité, another very expensive perfume. Like L'Immensité was an answer from Louis Vuitton to Bulgari because they made Tiger, so they made L'Immensité. Same way, Lowe's Immortal is kind of an answer to Theoreme because this is kind of like Theoreme. It has got that same grapefruit, it has got the ginger, it has got that ambroxan, but then it adds its own touch. There is rosemary over here, there is sage over here, there is some other spices over here. So this makes the DNA more complex, more sophisticated in my opinion, a bit more premium, and adds more layers and depth into the perfume. And this perfume I feel is much more versatile than Theoreme or any of the perfumes that I discussed over here, because this perfume has got a very unique capability. This is dynamic. In the summers, this makes you feel very uplifting. In the winters, it makes you feel comforting due to the different notes that are added over here. So if you ask me, just one perfume, just one, that can be a daily driver across any given situation, I would lean more towards this one than any of the perfumes that I have in my collection, and that is the reason this is my number one recommendation now. But it comes at a price point of around 2000 to 2100 rupees. So if in case you can spend that amount, then go for John Law's Immortal and you will never go wrong. This is again spicy, fresh, citrusy, and has that unique capability as I told earlier. The projection and performance is also decent on this one. Around 1 hour of very good projection and around 6 to 7 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. A really good option, John Law Immortal, in my opinion. And the blend quality is also super good. I mean, initially when I bought it, there was some amount of alcoholic blast which kind of settled within the first 1 month of maceration. Like after I settled it for a month, the alcoholic blast was kind of negligible. It was gone. Even when I bought it, I mean, I didn't settle it. The alcoholic blast would stay only around like 5 minutes to 6 minutes, after which it would have settled. But still, after settling for a month, this has now come to a point where this is one of my favorite DNA out there. And if in case I just had to recommend one perfume out of all the perfumes that I'm discussing over here, I would have said just get this one and forget everything. But if in case you don't want to just smell citrusy and gingery, then I have got another option which comes at the price point of 2400, my last perfume in today's recommendation. And although this is my last perfume in this recommendation, this is kind of my first perfume that I fell in love with. This is Kuro, coming from the house of Ajmal, and at around 2400 rupees, you cannot go wrong with this particular perfume. This is the hybrid of two very popular DNA. One is Dior Sauvage, another one is Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. And trust me, what a perfume, man. This has got a pink pepper at the top, which adds a spicy character. It has got bergamot, which adds citruses, and slowly it comes down to a musky base, and the entire DNA feels very premium, sophisticated, and gentleman-like. Okay, so if in case you don't want anything citrus in your collection, if you don't like citruses, but if you want something which has got spicy edge, some freshness but not overpowering, and a good amount of dominance in your personality, I would say Ajmal Kuro can be a really good option. And every time I smell this perfume, I go like, damn, what a perfume, man. Although a lot of people recommend this as a clone of Dior Sauvage, I would kind of tend to differ from them. It has got Dior Sauvage-like properties, but then some more. And at a price point of 2400 rupees, this is going to give you that gentlemanly vibe, that, rich, powerful aura coming from a perfume. If in case you don't know what I mean, then you'll have to try the perfume DNA and then you will understand. I cannot explain it to you. Now, this particular perfume will project for around an hour, and the entire longevity is again around 6 to 7 hours. Sometimes it stretches more, but I feel that is the sweet spot, around 6 to 7 hours with a decent projection of around an hour. And it creates a good scent trail around you, a good sillage around you. And the same happens with this one as well. And not that much with this one, but this will kind of be there when it comes to the sillage part. This, on the other hand, has got a really good scent trail that it kind of creates, and the overall blend quality will also feel very nice. And one of the best part about this particular perfume is very similar to this one. Like, this one is available across multiple e-commerce websites like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Nykaa, you name it, you can get this. Same with this one. Kuro is also available across every popular e-commerce channel out there, be it Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Nykaa. You can just get this perfume, and time to time they are running discounts as well. When I purchased mine, I got it for around 15 or 1700 for this 90 ml bottle, but chances are right now you might not get that particular discount. But even at 2400 rupees, this is a really good option. The only caveat to this perfume, or the only complaint that I have with this perfume, is the weird bottle design. It kind of wobbles, okay? So you need to keep it in a very proper way, or the perfume will just fall down. So that was kind of my recommendation for today. 5 super versatile perfumes that I feel are going to be a really good starting point, or you can just add it in your collection as daily driver. But the video doesn't end here. The video has got one last request at the end, which is I only mentioned 5. I want you to watch the video and I want you to comment like what are the perfumes that I have missed out on this particular recommendation, or if you have your favorite daily driver that got missed out over here, I want you to add it into the comment section. Like what is your daily driver that you have been using, that you fell in love with and would love to recommend to others, so that when people go and read the comments, they're going to find other hidden gems or valuable perfumes, recommendations for other perfumes that people might purchase. So use that comment section and share your favorite versatile DNA from all the perfumes that you have collected so far. So with that, this is Deep signing off. I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye bye.